Each year in this country, thousands of people wait for a life-saving organ transplant, and many die waiting.
There are simply not enough donors out there, not enough angels, which is why tonight we want you to meet one of those angels, an Egan man. He's been an angel 2 times now. Here's Fox 9's Tim Blotz.
Well, my name is Ted Garding.
If you've never met a living angel,
Helping people has truly been the most important thing to me my whole life.
then Ted Garding is the guardian we all hope to have. Giving and sharing is just what you do when you come from a family of 13.
We were all taught good values and morals, and we were taught to help people in need.
So 11 years ago, Ted decided to give something of himself, a kidney.
Well, an altruistic donor is an individual that wants to help somebody in need. And no matter who it is, and they do not know the person.
His kidney went to a young Twin Cities man named Joe. Ted did not know Joe at the time, but he does now, and they've become good friends.
He said, "Ted, I've been sick a long time, and I never knew what it was like to feel good." And he looked at me and he said, "Now I know what it's like to feel good."
That was 11 years ago, and ever since, Ted has often wondered, was there something else? Was there something more he could do?
You know, I've actually prayed for it.
Perhaps it was divine intervention when on Easter morning, Ted saw a television program about becoming another kind of altruistic donor.
What we do is liver is a big organ, and we can actually take half of it, and liver has this amazing ability to regenerate.
Dr. Timothy Tanner helped start the Living Liver Donor program at Mayo Clinic. He says the liver actually regrows in both the donor and the recipient in about 4 weeks.
I was thinking, I'm 57 years old. I'm not going to pass these tests. There's no one. Plus, I've already given a kidney.
It turns out Ted was a perfect liver donor candidate. And during 3 hours of surgery at the end of October, Dr. Tanner took half of Ted's liver and made it possible for transplantation into a dying woman he never met. Days after the surgery, she sent him an email
To say thank you, and said that now she will be able to watch her grandchildren grow up. And she called me her angel.
And that's how Ted Garding became one of America's very few 2-time altruistic organ donors.
How rare is someone like Ted?
Very rare. Ted is an amazing person. Just what Ted does just exemplifies the ultimate, gift of generosity. I can't think of anything better a person can do.
There must be something about being one of 13. Nothing unlucky here, just a charm for giving.
It's the most positive thing that I have ever done in my life, and that I probably ever could do. I would do it again and again.
So something to consider. And at any given time, the doctor tells us there are about 18,000 people waiting for a liver. There were about 550 living liver transplants last year. And if you'd like to learn more about Mayo Clinic's Living Donor Program, we do have a link on fox9.com in addition to Tim's Facebook page.
Takes special people to do that.
I know, and you have to think about it too. This is not something that we were thinking about before we saw that story. But think about how many people could benefit from that and what you can do, and it doesn't harm you at all. So anyway, and go to Tim's Facebook page if you want to see that story again too.